Hello Melody Ears. Today I'll be having a session with Jessica Westcott, who went to the Sydney Conservatorium of Music, was with Opera Australia and has made her own theatre company Upstage and worked with Hadestown Theatre.
But this is when Eurydice has just entered hell for the first time, and she's about to sign the documents which will make her one of Hades' slaves. The reason I chose this song for this age group is because it's really important at this age that they are singing songs that encourage outward projection of their voice, resonance in their voice, and also not perhaps always happy-go-lucky. The real acting development comes in these more severe, austere pieces that require a lot of thought. So I've had a lot of thought today about what would your character actually be thinking in this situation, what is being required of them by these Hades, and how can they portray that in this piece.
Welcome, Jessica.
Hello.
Thank you for being here today. I would like to ask you, how did you decide to make your career in the performing arts?
Because there wasn't anything else I could see myself doing and being happy. And that was when I was around your age. I knew that, and then it was pretty easy to decide everything from there.
So what did you do to work towards that career?
Well, like you, I studied singing in high school within the capacity of how I was living in parks, so there weren't that many singing teachers around, but I used whatever I could. The internet was sort of just beginning, so I used the internet to find singing teachers overseas, and then I would drag my mum and dad to Sydney to take me to a singing teacher in Sydney once a week for years 10, 11 and 12. And from there I just went to the con and I studied music there and fell in love with opera. And once you are in a university atmosphere where everyone else is excited about the same thing that you're excited about, it's very easy to find lots of people to do the fun things with. So I've just carried on from there, and now I'm got my hand in music theatre and back in opera and a bit of producing and lots of singing and lots of choir teaching, and it's a really good life right now.
That's wonderful. How did you start your company?
I didn't start Hayes Theatre Co, but I'm a producer at Hayes Theatre Co. But I have started an independent company on the side to produce music theatre, so they work tightly together, but Hayes Theatre Co isn't my company, I just work there. But very much when I was doing opera with Opera Australia, I realised that I wanted to be on the other side of the casting table. And I found that I didn't really want to do directing. I wanted to make the things, I wanted to create platforms for other people to have opportunities. And so that's when I decided to take the leap and do some producing. And producing is just making the thing.
Have you travelled overseas with your singing and performing?
Yes, many times. Many times. In fact, from the age of 21 to 26, I went overseas about once a year at least, if twice for a couple of years. I won competitions and things, that's what sent me over. But no, I spent 6 months living in Austria and studying studying at Salzburg Mozarteum there with Barbara Bonney. And I went all around Europe doing various things. I was in London for a spell, singing with English National Opera. I went to America a few times, and then I did a bunch of choir courses over there as well, which was kind of funded by my singing, and then just sort of did it at the same time. Yes, but you get to go, not at the moment, obviously, but once the world is back together, there's a lot of opportunity overseas. And I would always say my thing for young opera singers especially, first thing you should do is go to Italy. If you want to be an opera singer, go to Italy and go and meet a bunch of opera singers. It doesn't matter where you are in your career, if you're first year up at the con, if you're taking gap year, whatever, just go to Italy and meet some opera singers, because that will put it all into context for you. Otherwise, it will forever be this overseas land that you sort of have in your mind as this thing you want to do one day, but actually once you go you realize it's just a normal place like many other places, and the people there are very normal, but they have a love for opera and a government support of the arts that we don't really have here, so it's great to get that context. I spent a fair bit of time in Milan because there's a singing teacher who I love there. Venice I just went to as a tourist. I didn't do a whole lot there. There's a cute little theatre there, but no, not a whole lot of time
one
there.
of
But most of my
those-
time was in Austria.
Which one of those would you say is the centre of the opera?
In Italy,
Yes.
Venice, because the Staatsoper's there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So, how many different languages have you sung in? Is there one that you prefer?
You kind of sing in them all. French, German, Italian, English are your bread and butter, and then you sing in Hungarian, Georgian, Russian, all sorts of things. Those are the harder ones to learn. I've always loved singing in French. I studied French at uni as well, so I think it's just one of the loveliest languages to sing in.
So, what are your plans now going forward?
My plans, I'm starting a production company and we're putting on a show next year, to hopefully
Exciting.
2006 Theatre, but
Yeah.
we just have to get approved for it, yes. Plus my own upstagey thing, I want to take that around New South Wales and make sure enough kids like you get opportunities with excellent singers and excellent musicians and excellent dancers, and just make that more of a thing, because it just isn't, and I know it's not because I grew up in that. And plus going back to OA end of next year, and doing a few little programming things with them.
Well, hopefully that all goes really well, and that's very exciting news.
Sing something for me and I'll see if I can help you.
Nel corpo non mi sento. Nel corpo non mi sento. Prelò la gioventù. Cagion del mio tormento. Amo se colpa tu. Mi pizzichi, mi stozzichi, mi pungichi, mi mastichi. Che cosa è questo in me? Pietà, pietà, pietà. Amore ingenuo che dispera mi fa.
Awesome, I'll stop you
Okay.
there, love. So good already. There's so much good stuff. Please,
Yeah.
Pieta, not Piata, and be careful because it's right there on just under the break. So Pieta, Pieta, Pieta. Make sure that's the pronunciation's right there.
Okay.
Good. On your it's normal to go up to the E.
I do that in the da capo. I'll try to
You know, beautiful. I've cut you off halfway. Lovely.
Sorry.
That's okay. Just tell me off. These are what these are for. Is just take what you can and
Yes.
leave the rest. Great. And the last thing I'll say, and then I'll get you to do it again, and you can show me the da capo if you like. Is all of these is Baroque music, right? So it's all about.
Okay.
Imagine these are played on a string instrument with no vibrato. So that doesn't mean you don't do vibrato, but something like. Something like Santos.
So kind of pulling it out.
Yeah.
Nel corpo non mi sento.
Good.
Prelò la gioventù. Cagion del mio tormento. Amo se colpa tu. Mi pizzichi, mi stozzichi. Mi pungichi, mi mastichi. Che cosa è questo in me? Pietà, pietà, pietà.
Good.
Amore ingenuo che dispera mi fa.
So good. Yeah, really nice. All of these E's on that entire line need to match. So mi pizzichi, mi stuzzichi, mi pungichi, mi mastichi. Same thing as well with this like stretch, like tension release the whole way along. Da, da, tension release, da, 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 da. The whole whole way through. I'll let you play around with how that is. Can you pause on that note for me?
Okay.
Don't come down the glissando too quick. That's why they're playing the big bus. That's it. That little tail at the end is meant to just be the end of the big note, right? So that big note's the big note. Sing it again for me. Go from amor.
Wait, oh, I've got my pause.
I think you can go even longer. And you do sort of like a diaphragmatic pulse that lifts you over the end of the note into the end of that little thing. It just gives that quasi-operatic vibe. So we call it, well, I call it shotgun coloratura. I don't know if anyone understands, but it's instead of it'll be on the so it becomes really kind of fierce. Cecilia Bartoli is the master of it.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, do I see she's there?
I can't do it. I'm not the master at it, clearly. But anyway, if that's something that you want to dabble in,
I'll
I think
try
a shotgun bit of coloratura there would be fun. Good. You need a rolled R on that tormento. Torment, and really make it Italian. I like to do one of these when I do my rolled R's because it just kind of physicalizes it. Cagion del mio tormento. And really come off the talkie, but really nice and light.
Cagion del mio tormento.
Really good. There are two types of rolled R's. There's a backwards rolled R and a forwards rolled R, and you will mostly need forwards rolled R's. So a backwards rolled R, you can feel in the scalp and the bones around your face. A forwards rolled R is the one that's in the mask.
Okay, yeah.
So when you do amor, for instance, here's the backwards one. Amor se colpa tu. It doesn't quite sit on the pitch, but if you sit it forward, amor se colpa tu. Do you hear the difference?
Yes. Yeah. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk with me today.
Not a problem, Eleanor, and thank you for taking this opportunity, and good on you for being so driven.
Thank you. Cheers.